Hi everyone, my name is Debbie Allen, and my topic for my speech is albinism. What is it exactly? This is actually part 3 of my presentation, and the one thing that I would like to focus on first are the references and the different sites and even famous people that are diagnosed with albinism and have actually made it in the world. There is a site called NOAH, NOAH, and it's the National Organization for Albinism. This site is so very important because, as I know I've stated in my other presentation, there is so much that they do. They help people in the United States and they help people in another country. Mainly East Africa, Tanzania is the main one, to where they just mutilate people. They take people's lives. They think that these people either bring good luck or they're bad luck. Either way, nobody should have to lose their life just because they're different. Now, NOAH, what is albinism? That is one of the sites that I've entrusted myself because of my son being albino, as he was in my first presentation. Then they have, which is albinism, which is www.albinism.org. There's 2 different sites. Again, people, I can't stress enough that these 2 sites are very informational, and if you need more questions, they have emails, they have phone numbers, so be sure to check it out. Then there is another site called Albinism. It is www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. This is a site that has a lot of the genetic testing, because it is a genetic disorder and there are a bunch of genetic testings that you have to go through throughout your life, and if you don't, then there's a lot of things that can go undiagnosed and happen to you, and you never know what the cause is. So if you know of anyone who's albino, make sure that they see a genetic doctor. They really need to, and follow up with one at least once a year. There is another site, Albinism, Medline Plus Medical Encyclopedia. This is also another good site. Medical terms can be phenomenally hard to pronounce. I know, I've been trying to for the last 17 years, and sometimes it's very difficult. This site also is www.nlm.nih.gov/medline plus/ency/article/001479.htm. Excellent source of information in order to be able to further understand what albinism really is and what someone would have to go through in order to find out just exactly what type of albinism they really have, because there are 4 types. Then you have albinism, which is retrieved from http://kidshealth.org. This is for kids who are born with albinism and you need questions as to why and what you have to look forward to for your child being albino. This is also another good, excellent source of information that I myself have also used as well. Now, I would like to bring your attention to 3 famous people that I didn't even know of, are very famous. You have a model, Sean Ross. You have another albino, John Winter, and then Edgar Winters. Both of them are very professional. They have their own site. Sean Ross is models.com/models/Sean Ross, and Johnny Winters has his own site, is www.johnnywinter.net, and Edgar Winter is www.edgarwinter.com/home.php. Check it out, folks. You will be really surprised to know that they're albino and they're very famous. One of them is actually 66 years old. I'm not quite sure exactly which one it is, but I do know one of them is 66 years old, so it can be done. Let's put our attention back to Tanzania. Tanzania, people who are born with albinism is not so fortunate. They have to lose an arm, a leg, hair, skin. Imagine watching a family member or someone that you know get mutilated right in front of you. How would that make you feel? I know it would break my heart if my son got mutilated because he was albino. That is why I'm fortunate and glad I live in the United States, because if I lived in Tanzania, East Africa, I wouldn't have my son to this day. So let's see what we could do to help and keep the skin on the faces of people who don't ask to be born being albino. You do need to reach out and ask yourself the question, what if that was my relative? How would I feel? I know how I personally would feel. I would be devastated. I don't think I could stand there and actually watch my son be mutilated in front of me, whether it was because they thought that they would bring him good luck, or if he was evil. Either way, it's wrong, and it should not be done. I enjoyed doing this topic because it also helped me to learn a lot more about my own son and being albino, and found out a lot of things that I didn't even really realize. And I found out again on the NOAA site, so check it out, folks. It really is a beneficial site, and they do talk about how many people have lost their lives because they were albino in East Africa, and it's even furthering on into other parts of different countries. And it's a shame that people have to live like that, that they have to fear for their lives, and that they have to try to escape to refuge, so in that way they can keep living because they're different. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in to my presentations on YouTube, and I hope that this last one has been even more informational, especially for the references and everything, to where they're legitimate sites. They're updated sites. They try to update it as much as possible to whenever they do get new information, they do post it on these sites. And again, I do use them. So thank you very much, and I hope that this message gets out to a lot of people, and Tanzania can get the help that they deserve. Thank you, and it's been a pleasure.